Welcome to the Headspace and Tasting Podcast, where we talk manhood, tell stories, and discuss the stuff that matters to us one sip at a time. Hello, Kevin.
Hi, Matt.
Beautiful spring day here in East Central Missouri.
You mean an August summer day?
Even though it's not technically spring.
Oh, it is.
Is it?
Yesterday.
Today? Yesterday, officially?
Yeah.
And anyway, it's beautiful outside. It's probably a trap. But took full advantage, went for a little 10-mile bike ride, and came home and cut the grass.
We broke a record yesterday, 88 degrees.
Yeah, it was hot, dude.
It's the same way today and tomorrow.
It was hot.
Then it cools off back to normal.
Cool.
Yep.
Anyway, something else happened yesterday.
What's that?
The great Chuck Norris left this earth.
Oh, he sure did.
And we can't say he dies because Chuck Norris can't die. He just levels up.
Well, yeah, true. He's also a good Christian, so
yeah,
he's up there bossing the angels around.
God bless him, man. Great dude. He found out there were some POWs, I think, that were, like, he knew they were being rescued. He offered his ranch up to them. Like, dude, I know you're going to be getting calls from everybody. Everybody wants. It was like some. I don't know the full story. I just saw it briefly. But he was like, he called them up. You have my ranch. You guys can come out here, have some quiet time, decompress, bring your families, all that. Like, he was just so giving and kind to people. Made some cool movies. What's the one where he had the double Uzis and he's like the cover is him shirtless, like his shirt's open. He's got the denim shirt. Like,
oh, that's Invasion USA.
And he's got double Uzis.
That's one of my favorite Chuck Norris movies.
So
all the terrorists come and invade the U.S. and he just kills them all.
Karate kicks them all in the face.
Yeah,
pretty good. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, that's how most people these days know him.
Yeah.
They don't know him from his early days.
He started out, well, he was an airman in the Air Force.
58 to 62, I think.
Spent time in Korea. That's where he started learning martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
And then came home. You said you had some... What did he do when he got home? He got out of the Air Force.
When he got out of the Air Force, he opened up his own school to teach martial arts, and it ended up spreading. He had several schools for quite some time, and he's known for teaching many celebrities. Bob Barker.
Oh, wow.
Priscilla Presley. The Osmonds.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And some others.
And he was a legit fighter, a full contact karate champion. Like, he got in the ring and fought.
Yep. Oh, Steve McQueen. That was another one.
Okay. Yeah, so he was a legit dude. And it's well known that he was a real fighter. He wasn't just a TV star or pretend guy.
Yeah.
Like, he was a, what did you say, six-time
winner.
Six-time champion.
6 times in a row, undefeated.
Yeah. And then... When he got older, he had his schools and stuff, and the UFC came out, and the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu started being popular, and he was like, I'm going to go check this out and see what this is. So he took his students and participated in a Gracie challenge, where he'd be like, my students versus your students, let's fight and see. And they all got submitted. They all got choked out. And instead of getting angry and saying, well, you guys are cheating and whatever, Chuck Norris was humble enough to come back to Rorion Gracie as a student. And he wore a white belt. And at this point, this dude's like a 6-time champion, full contact karate. He's got all these schools. He's making movies and all, very famous. For him to walk into another martial art and put a white belt back on at that time is pretty incredible. That's very humble. And even Rorion Gracie was like, no, man, you're a black belt. You put your black belt on and train with us and you'll learn. And Chuck refused. He wanted to go through the rank process. And he ended up becoming a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So always at the UFC events, you could see him there frequently.
I think in the movie Dodgeball, he was a judge. I think.
Or he was in the crowd. He gave a thought, like the old Chuck Norris thumbs up. Yeah. One of the greatest things is these Chuck Norris jokes. Like when Chuck Norris was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital. And it's just like he's so tough. Like he's just
Chuck Norris can kill 2 stones with 1 bird.
When Chuck Norris slices onions, the onions cry.
Well, that fits right in with Chuck Norris's trash throws itself out.
This was one of my favorites. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris.
Or Chuck Norris has a bear rug in his room. It's not dead, just scared like the rest of us.
Time waits for no man, unless that man is Chuck Norris.
Then I have one more. Chuck Norris once won a game of Connect 4 in only 3 moves.
Oh, that's a good one. That's great. So it's like this legend that became... He started getting into it too. I saw him giving an interview, and he showed a picture of him sitting next to this tiger, petting a full-grown tiger. And he said, the trainer told me to go sit down, and you heard this, and the trainer said, just get up slowly and back away. And Chuck looks at the guy and said, and that's what he did. The tiger got up and backed away.
Nice.
So that was fun, man.
As a kid, my first movie that I ever saw Chuck Norris in was Good Guys Wear Black.
Oh, really?
And I went to a theater to see that. I don't even think I was 10 years old yet. I want to say it was made in the 70s, 78, 79. But the one scene I remember even to this day from that movie is when a car is driving towards him, and he leaps up into the air and does his karate kick right through the windshield and kills the guy.
That's good.
And
That's
I remember
good.
us as kids all practicing that. We drive our big wheels and then jump up and...
I'm trying to see what... he was in The Expendables. That was a newer one. But the one I saw him in, it was like a Vietnam movie.
Missing in Action?
I think it was Missing in Action.
He did 3 of those.
Yeah. Or it might have been the Delta Force. Was he in the jungle?
Well, the Delta Force, no. The Delta Force was them fighting in the Mideast.
Yeah.
And with Lee Marvin as one of the Delta Force leaders.
Oh, okay. So it must have been one of the Missing in Action movies.
Yeah, that movie is kind of funny because everybody's in the plane waiting to go. And they're about ready to taxi down the runway. And then Chuck Norris decides to show up. And here I come.
Lone Wolf McQuade.
Yep.
The Octagon. That's pretty wild. That was in 1980.
Mm-hmm.
A Force of One.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Good Guys Wear Black. That's a Game of Death. Bruce Lee movie.
The other iconic movie that he was not a big part in, it was more or less toward the end of the movie, was The Way of the Dragon with Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And you had the epic fight
Big
where
fight.
Chuck Norris was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he got his chest is all harried out and all that. And Bruce Lee grabs his chest hair and rips it all out, and then kind of blows his hand.
And Slaughter in San Francisco. Breaker.
Yeah.
Is that a truck driver movie? I think I remember that one. That's 77.
But then again, my favorite again was Invasion USA.
That's the iconic double Uzi. He's got the sleeves cut off his denim shirt, and it's unbuttoned but tucked in.
Zipping down the Florida Everglades in his airboat.
Hero and the Terror. Delta Force 2. Oh, that was a few years later. That's 1990. Hitman. Sidekicks. Hellbound. Oh, Chuck Norris, Top Dog. Remember that one, Top Dog?
No, I don't remember.
Forest Warrior. Logan's War. The President's Man.
Yep.
Bells of Innocence.
He had a lot of books that he wrote. I think he might have done some children's books. Don't hold me to that.
Oh, really? 2024, he was in a movie called Agent Recon. Man, so he would make movies. What is that? His first movie is 1968 to 2024.
And what was the exercise machine he sold for years? Because we actually bought one.
Yeah, what the heck was that thing called? It was like a Pilates type of machine.
Well, it was cables, so you went up and down the little ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what that thing's called.
I don't know.
And we owned one for a while. Used it. Wasn't easy to use.
No. Wasn't that with Christy Brinkley? Was she in part of that too?
Yeah, maybe.
Some pretty blonde chick.
Yeah, who knows?
Anyway.
86 years old?
86. That's a good long
Full
life,
life.
man.
Yep.
That's a good life.
It just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how healthy you are everything you do, how good you are, it's all going to come to an end.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Yep. Death is still going to get you.
Yeah.
And
Enjoy
you
it,
can
man.
either die and be in that dirt for the rest of your life, or you can be right with yourself and with God and know who Jesus is.
Yeah.
And when you die, you know your soul's going there and your body's coming later.
Yeah. You got to have that relationship with Jesus, which Chuck had, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And he died in Hawaii. He had like an undisclosed medical emergency earlier in the week, and then he ended up passing away. Oh, Emma's crying for Dada. Poor baby. We're doing the no binkies. Took the binkies away, Kevin.
Oh, that's bad.
So it's tough. We're trying to get her to do no binky and potty train before Jack gets here in June.
Probably smart.
Yeah. Yeah, only buying diapers for one baby would be awesome. Because I freaking out about my budget right now. So Chuck Norris had a bunch of schools around the country, right? Well, probably around the world. I imagine he had some in other countries. His martial arts schools. What was it called? His school?
Oh.
Chuck something?
Chunkuk-do.
Junkuk-do.
C-H-U-N. Chunkuk-do.
Huh. Okay. And he had a code of honor that went with his schools that you found for us here. And they were from his personal code. Number 1 is, I will develop myself to the maximum of my potential in all ways. That's a good one. Number 1.
Yeah, you know what?
How do you know what your potential is?
Well, you don't know it until you do it.
That's right. Until you hit that wall and you're like, I've gave it everything I can and I just cannot climb this mountain.
Right. Or you know that you gave it all,
Mm-hmm.
but you know that your potential is to get better.
That's right.
And you're going, I didn't do it today, but I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to get up there tomorrow or next week.
That's right.
Yeah.
I will forget the mistakes of the past and press on to greater achievements.
Boy, do we all need to hear that.
Sheesh. I should tell myself that every day.
Right. I mean, how many of us live on all the issues of our past, or you holding a grudge or some kind of grievance?
It's like you're haunted by ghosts that aren't even real.
Yeah.
It's like
and all these things that affect you in some way probably have no impact at all on the person or the event that caused it.
Yeah. Yeah, but pressing on towards greater achievements, that's a good one. So that's an old Miyamoto Musashi thing. You know, I'm going to be a better warrior today than I was of the warrior yesterday. I messed it up, but that's basically what it is. I will continually work at developing love, happiness, and loyalty in my family. That is a good one. How do you develop love in your family? I could see happiness and loyalty, but developing love.
Well, I think some of it comes from selfless service.
Yeah.
I think some of it comes from showing love.
Showing love. That's what I was going to say.
Are you giving hugs?
Yeah.
Are you the typical non-hugger? Be a hugger, especially to your children.
Yeah.
And your wife, you know.
I like giving hugs, but I don't like when somebody sits next to me on the couch where we're like touching each other. I'm like, man, get off me.
Yeah, put your arm around them.
I'm not a snuggler, man.
Let them rest on you.
I do it, but I...
You know, your kids want to sleep next to you. My kids are grown, and they still want to do that.
Oh, Emma tap dances on my...
And I'm all for it. Because you know what? I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hug my kids.
That's what I say, man.
And my kids don't know how long they're going to be able to have me hug them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. I should give more hugs. I will look for the good in all people and make them feel worthwhile. Looking for the good in all people is tough sometimes, man. Especially if you've been burned a bunch in the past.
Oh, yeah.
You get like that callous built up where you don't trust anybody.
Right. Why does this person like me?
Yeah. Why are you being so friendly? What are you trying to get out of this?
Something's going to happen. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy over time. You end up, drifting apart. And I think sometimes the drift apart is self-imposed because we just can't lower our guard enough to say, this person actually does care. This person could actually be a friend.
Yeah. Yeah, even like warts and all. Everybody has something to offer to a relationship, right?
Oh, yeah.
Even we all have our flaws. You can't be, picking it.
Right. At the same time, your failures, my failures, we talk about them.
Yeah.
You and I are open in our conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great because for us, it's the intent of going, thank you for pointing it out to me.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to make a difference. I'll make sure I'll pay attention because it's all about improving. So as you and I talk to each other or anyone else talks to each other, you're hoping that you grow in communication, how you behave. Behavior might not be the right word. Developing your character, all that. I mean, if you're in a relationship that is not doing that, that is probably one of the telltale signs for you that you're not in the best relationship right there.
Yeah. Number 5, if I have nothing good to say about a person, I will say nothing. We all heard this when we were kids growing up.
Don't gossip.
Yeah. Gossiping, that stuff, man. I hate the word used, toxic. I feel like it's overused. But gossiping about people or focusing on the negative things, it's just not good for anybody.
And almost all the time when it comes to gossip, we don't identify it as gossip.
Yeah. Because
it might be a family member. And so I'm talking to my wife about another family member about something that we talked about. Maybe I should have never brought that up. Because then my wife suddenly has an opinion that was different.
But you should be able to have, like me and my wife, and I'm sure it's the same with you, is we're like a sounding board for each other.
Sure.
Like we're just venting and talking, and it doesn't mean we have to come up like with a plan to.
But there's a time where that subtleness, is an opinion developer, and it grows, and then that's where you have to understand. that this was a one-time thing. It's not something. This is not who that person is. But I see this in the work environment more than I do in the family environment.
Yeah. It happens when we first moved to our neighborhood and started meeting our neighbors. They were like, "Oh, she's over there. She's very nosy. She's going to be all in your business." And then back there,
that's gossip.
They're great people. They're really picky. They're kind of, and then one neighbor's being like passive aggressive and talking about the people we bought the home from and how they didn't keep up with their yard. And he's like, "Do you cut your own grass? Or do you have a company come and cut? Do you do this? Or what do you do?" And I was like, "Why do you care, man?" Like, and he's like, "Well, yeah, they put this fence up. I really didn't like this fence when it went up." And I was like, "That's too damn bad because it's staying up." Yep. What you're talking about. So that just kind of put me on alert for everybody around where I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just keep to myself for a little while.
Right. Always be careful.
Yeah.
On your communication.
Yep. Before we move on to the last 5, let's talk about the bourbon you brought in today. Let's do this.
Oh, we can do that. Today, I need my bottle. Oh. I can't reach it.
You just have to lean forward a little bit, dude.
I've got the scars of battle on my arm. I can't.
Does Chuck Norris talk about being lazy on here? Let's see.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do your best always.
Let's see. Made with pride in Kentucky. Daviess County. Limited edition. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in French oak casks. 96 proof. Heritage from 1874. This is their sour mash production.
Okay.
It's made by Lux Row. Lux Row has Blood Oath and Lux Row and some others.
We haven't tried Blood Oath yet.
No, there's reasons behind not trying Blood Oath yet.
Get a bottle of that, Kevin.
Yeah, right. I need to use a paycheck.
Get a second mortgage.
To do that. Anyway, so 96 proof, Lux Row bourbon, Daviess County.
Yeah, and you said this is a blended. This is a blend?
It is. It is a blend of wheated and rye mash bourbons. It's finished in French oak casks. So it's aged for 4+ years. Mm-hmm. That's where they're pulling the blends. And then it's finished for 6 months in a French oak cask.
Okay. All right. I do get the French oak I am picking that up. And when I first tasted this, before I knew it was weeded and rye, to me, I was like, whoa, this is a weeded bourbon. It tastes like an American whiskey or a weeded bourbon. And it is. It's kind of a... Man, it's weird. Like, depending on where you hold it, it's amber, gold, honey, kind of changes. In the bottle, it looks more red.
Yeah, I put it on the high end of gold, like it's more like burnished, not polished gold.
Yeah, okay. On the nose, what did you get? Because I'm confused.
Nose, two things popped out. First was oatmeal, like cooked oats.
Oh.
And then I ended up getting little hints of maple in it. And maybe that's because I'm smelling oatmeal. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm eating oats. So maple and oatmeal, those were the two things that jumped out at me on the nose.
Yeah, I put caramel and vanilla, but I guess if you put those two together, it's kind of like a maple aroma. Yeah. And I could get the oats. Cooked oats, not dry.
As far as taste for me, it was wheat, honey, and oak. Nothing else really jumped out. It did overwhelm the taste buds in my first sip,
Really?
which surprised me some at 96 proof. But then it mellowed out as I sipped a few more since then.
I got more herbal. I wrote herbal blend or licorice, but very, very, very faint, and some butter. And then finish it. On the finish is where the grains for me came in, the wheat and the grainy aftertaste. But it was very smooth to me. We differed. You said it was more spicy. I thought it was more smooth to me.
Yeah. I did get a little hint of corn and cinnamon and oak again on the finish. And for me, it was warm and spicy. And I could be biased a little bit because the last 2 or 3 weeks that we've done tastings have not been my favorites.
No. I think we had a few 1 stars in a row, didn't we?
So
2 1 stars. Bill 266. I gave 3 stars, but I think you gave it 2. And then we had the Eagle Rare. But stick around to the end of the show to see how many stars out of 5 we give this one.
yeah. Yeah, I want to talk about more fun stuff.
Yeah.
So this Chunkuck dough that Chuck Norris developed when he started his schools, it's the art that includes a code of honor and rules to live by. And these rules that we've been talking about are the rules from Chuck Norris's personal code.
Yeah.
So these he followed personally. We've done 1 through 5, and we're going to hit number 6. Number 6 is, I will always be as enthusiastic about the success of others as I am about my own.
Dude, this is so huge. Like, you get a personal benefit from cheering on somebody else's successes, especially somebody that's close to you. Well, even somebody who's not close to you, right? Say it's a coworker who got a promotion, and man, just be happy for them. You could be jealous, you could be,
Right.
But on the other hand, choose to be happy for them. Be like, dude, couldn't have picked a better guy for this job. Congratulations, I'm happy for you, man.
And say it openly.
Yeah, say it in front of other people too.
Right.
That goes like you're putting money in the bank there. Like if you want to look at it selfishly, you're putting money in the bank. That's political capital, but also it makes you feel better.
Right.
And you just be happy for people.
And when it comes to compliments, always do them publicly.
Yeah.
It's great to say to somebody if you run into them, hey, great job. It's even better if you have someone in earshot who are standing there with them or something like that to give them validation on what you just complimented them on.
Dude, I do it at work. I'll just tell people, like, and it's valid. Like, I don't just lie to people and tell them they're doing a good job. If they're doing a good job, I make sure, man, you're doing a really good job, even if it's just sweeping a floor.
Sure.
Like, dude, you're doing great at this. I really appreciate your hard work. And you see their face light up. It's like you just gave them a $50 bill or something, $100 bill.
Right.
And it feels good.
And if you're going to discipline, do it one-on-one.
Private, yeah. Do it privately.
Don't do it in front of others. Because as much as you are tearing down that person, the people watching, you're tearing yourself down.
Yeah, unless you're a drill sergeant in basic training.
That's
Then
different.
Yeah, it's a different,
That's
totally different
that's an expectation.
agreement. Yeah.
If I'm not getting yelled at by a drill sergeant, I'm not doing something right.
Something's wrong here. You're probably in the Space Force.
Get over here, Spooge.
Spooge.
Nobody can pronounce my name right.
Spice? Is that how you say it? Yes, real sorry. Just a grease, you know. Oh, man.
What's number 7?
Number 7, I will maintain an attitude of open-mindedness.
Oh, my goodness. That does not exist in today's environment.
Dude, we're so tribal. And now it's always like, you know what freaks people out? When you tell them, I don't have an opinion on this.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? What do you mean? What? Are you crazy? Like, what, you just don't pay attention to anything? Like, no, I paid attention. I studied both sides. I don't care.
Right.
That's such a powerful feeling, too.
Our entire society right now needs to be more open-minded.
Bro.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You learn so much. I've changed my opinions on many things over time based on conversations or research.
Uh-huh.
Going, you know what, you're right. I wasn't even thinking that way.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, being open, like accepting a countering view that you hold, but sit there and listen to somebody and take it in. At the end of that conversation, you might be like, yeah, I still feel the same way, but at least you invited some discord.
Right.
You know?
That it's called dialogue.
Or discourse. Discourse or discord?
Discourse.
Yeah.
Dialogue. Conversation. It's amazing what you get out of that.
Yeah, we're all human beings. We're all people.
I mean, I can just stand here and yell at you, and you're not going to listen to a thing I said.
No, the only thing I'm going to do is put another brick in the wall and be like, you know, all right. I knew they were this way. I told you.
Yeah. Or I'm going to join a club, and I'm just going to scream all day. And that's supposedly to make my life better. You guys are weird.
That's like Reddit, man. Reddit is just a massive echo chamber of, like, if you, like, go on there and say, yeah, I don't think we should fund the school board because they've failed for the last 50 plus years at doing what they're doing, and to just throw more money at them is ridiculous. What do you hate children? You want our kids to all be dumb? Like, you know, like, like
you are so dumb.
Like, what? And then they're like, you're an idiot. I bet you must love Trump, and I bet your kids are unvaxxed, and like all this, like, whoa, hold on a second. All I'm saying is we should quit wasting money on something. But okay, enjoy yourself, guys. I'm out of here. Usually when that happens, I would just be like, I hope you have a great day, man. I'll see you later. I really hope your day gets better.
You want to pour hot coal on people's heads? That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
someone who gets upset with you earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Next time you see them, act like nothing ever happened.
Oh, yeah.
And be the nicest, open-minded person to them, and wish them well, shake their hand, do whatever. Have an awesome afternoon. It just eats them up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know that it changes their opinion.
Sure.
And it does lighten them up, because I've seen that work that way as well.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely used this tactic at work.
Yeah. Don't hold your grudge.
I mean, I'll be in my office with the door closed and cussing this dude out, you know, up and down, left and right. But then when I go back out my door, I'm like, okay, leave that in there. We're going to kill him with kindness.
Really don't hold a grudge.
Nah, man.
All you're doing is working up your own blood pressure.
What do they say?
Putting strain on your heart.
Having hate for somebody else is like taking a tiny sip of poison to spite them. Like,
every bit.
I'm going to drink this little bit of poison because I hate you so much.
Every bit. Your own stress is building up. You're probably going to break out in hives. You're going to think it's something you ate or drank.
I'm having a heart attack.
And it's just you.
They'll be like, you bastard, you gave me a heart attack.
Yep.
All right, number 8. What do we got?
Number 8. I will maintain respect for those in authority and demonstrate this respect at all times.
I don't know if I agree with this one.
That's a challenge.
This is really hard. We're actually called to do this in the Bible.
It's biblical. Yes, it is.
And this is like, you know, the president who's in office. If you don't, you're like, I really hate this guy. This dude sucks. He's still the president of the United States. This is like when sports teams refuse to go to visit the White House, which is like a tradition ever since sports have been around. And they say, no, we're not going because we don't agree with the president, blah, blah, blah. And then everybody's like, oh, they're heroes, clap, clap, clap. And then one guy's like, yeah, I don't care who the president is. I'm going to go meet the president of the United States. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going to stand in the White House.
I'm going to be in the Oval Office and be in the White House and meet the president of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who he is. And honestly, that's the best attitude to have, because it does not matter who that man is. It really doesn't.
No.
You're the president. You're the chief executive of the country.
And that's a challenge on what he said, because he says maintain respect for those in authority.
Mm-hmm.
Demonstrate respect at all times.
Yeah.
So demonstrate respect at all times.
But
respect the position, not necessarily the person.
Right.
That's your challenge.
Demonstrating respect at all times, as well as the people in authority, and also for the people you're in authority over.
Right. Captain Strobel walking past Major Winters.
Yeah.
Captain Strobel.
Mm-hmm.
We respect the rank, not the man.
Yeah.
And Captain Strobel saluted him.
That's it. I will always remain loyal to my God, my country, family, and my friends. And that is the order of precedence there is awesome. God, country, I don't know if family and friends, but God first. When I hear all these people talking nowadays, but America first, is America first. Why are we fighting Israel's war in Iran? And we're blah, blah, blah. We should be America first. Like, bro, no, we should be God first.
Right.
God first, and then everything else follows that. So our priorities are out of whack if you're saying America first, you know. But of course, our country takes precedent over other countries.
Sure.
But it does not take precedence over God.
Well, and half the people in this country don't even know who God is. So.
Well, that's a shame.
Yep.
We should be out telling them.
That's our business.
Yep.
Number 10. I will remain highly goal-oriented throughout my life because that positive attitude helps my family, my country, and myself. Highly
goal-oriented.
Right.
Set high goals for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any high goals for yourself right now? I know we've talked about this before, goal setting and, you know, walking a path and all that sort of stuff.
That's a challenge because high goals is a challenge for me.
Yeah.
It really is. The closest thing, like, I could relate to last year when we committed to biking the Katy Trail.
Yeah, that was
an intense goal for me. I would consider that a high goal.
Yeah.
And why did that matter? Well, when I finish, I do goals all the time, or I have expectations or things I want to achieve at work or different things I want to take care of at home and get those things done. But the Katy Trail ride, 5 days on the trail, well, 4 days. 4 days on the trail, or will be 5?
5.
5 days on the trail, getting it done, 260 miles, goal achieved. But for that event, for me, it was more of a sense of accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
And out of all the other things I did all year long, I was able to get this done, get 0 nonconformances on an audit, take care of my house, whatever. Nothing matched the Katy Trail ride.
Yeah.
Because that was the one thing I had a true sense of accomplishment on.
Yeah.
Everything else is just like, I just did that because that's a requirement or it's my responsibility or that just needs to get done.
Mm-hmm.
So do I have a high goal right now? I might. I won't know till after Monday.
Okay.
But I'm not going to reveal it to anybody until I figure this out. I'll know for sure on Monday.
Okay.
If I'm going to do this thing or not. And I'll let everybody know next week.
Oh, all right.
Other than that, I don't really set goals other than I try to improve myself. And that it could be in basic exercise. Really for me anymore, it's all about whole health.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not all big into hanging out at the gym for 2 hours, whatever. Doing those things. I can get everything I need to do for my health done in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And feel great. And focus on the things that matter, which are what we've talked about. God, country, family, friends.
Yeah.
To me, those are the high goals. Because if I'm letting down a family member who might have something going on that I'm not really responding or reacting, then I'm not upholding my responsibilities as a man,
mm-hmm.
number one, or a dad, or a husband, or just the uncle, the brother, whatever. and making it happen. And if I'm not doing those things, I do think about that. And that's how it makes me become a better person, because I can dwell on my failure, or I can counteract that and twist it around and say, I didn't do it. I should have did it. So tomorrow or today, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to make sure that I don't necessarily have to correct myself or say I'm sorry. It's just jumping back in.
Yeah, adjust your azimuth and get back on
Make it
track.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Well,
I mean, I set a lot on a high goal.
yeah, I mean that's all up there, man. Those are all difficult things, and it takes discipline and consistent attention. A big high goal for me is I want to retire as soon as possible. As soon as I can humanly possibly retire. I want to quit working and be with my family. And I have young children, and I'm getting older. I'm not going to be around. I probably won't see Jack's children. I probably won't be here for that. I don't know. I hope so. My grandchildren. I got my 2 older boys. They need to hurry up and get married and start making some babies so I can have some grandkids. That'd be awesome.
I would like that to happen.
I'm not even 50 yet.
I would like that to happen, to be able to at least throw a baseball or something.
Dude, I can't
with my grandkids.
I can't even freaking throw a ball. I threw a ball for Bonnie in the backyard for 5 minutes. I felt like my arm was going to fall off because my freaking shoulders are so bad. So another high goal for me is to get functionally fit to where I can throw, run, climb, and recover. And I know those are high goals for a 46, 47-year-old man, especially with my lingering injuries and issues that I have.
Yeah. There's an episode of Texas Ranger where Chuck Norris is in a fight with a guy trying to protect a girl, and he gets flung over the top of a skyscraper balcony, and he's hanging on to the fence rail, and the guy's trying to pry his fingers up, and then he finally gets distracted enough to be able to lift himself up to get back onto the balcony.
Yeah.
That to me is functional fitness.
Yeah, like I couldn't do one pull-up right now because my shoulders are just wrecked.
Right.
And I don't know.
Could you get off of a hanging building?
No. No, I'm just going to ride it into the pavement. So I have to keep in mind my limitations because I'm physically disabled in some areas. That's just I have to admit that. Another high goal for me is my cognitive health, my brain, because I've, been in fights. I've been knocked unconscious. I've been had some head injuries, blast injuries, stuff like that. And there are things that show up now, today, where I'm like, I can't remember one of my aunt's names. I can't recall it immediately. So I'm like, whoa, dude, this is getting scary, man. There's certain things that freak me out about my brain and my memory recall, that I can be super sharp on some things, but have no recollection of somebody I just met 10 minutes ago. So doing brain exercises is something else I really want to get in, just do puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, something. I have to do something to exercise my brain.
Yep.
I want to write more. I used to write short stories when I was a kid, little short stories, and I have written a couple in my adult years now, in my 40s, and I was like, man, I always thought I'm going to write a whole book one day. And I just can't. I don't have the attention span to do it. So I'm thinking short stories. Write some more short stories. And those would be cool to pass down to my kids and grandkids.
We have a friend who is a book publisher.
Yeah.
Published author. And
not only did she write a book, she went back and rewrote it, didn't she?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
We might get her on the show and talk about that.
That would be fun.
Because she has motivated me to start writing again. Because she keeps saying, Kevin, where's your book at?
Yeah.
You've been talking about it. And I'm going,
Yeah.
You're right. I've been saying I'm going to write a book for freaking 15 years now.
I think I have 3 books started right now that I've started writing, and then I just left them because I'm like, now I'm bored. Move on. So that tells me I'm probably more of a short story guy than a novel guy.
Well, you get enough of them, you can put them in a book.
That's right. Yeah.
Matt short stories.
Yeah.
Short Matt short stories.
There you go. People would be, when they meet me in person, be like, I thought you were short. You're actually kind of big. Yeah, the retirement thing. This is something that's on my mind a lot because I wish I would have been thinking about this 15 years ago. That would have been nice because I might be retired right now. Played my cards right. But the only, the best time to plant a tree is today. Or the best time is yesterday, second best time today. Right. And, with prices now, like you can't budget hardly anymore for groceries and gas and whatnot, the staples, because if you go to the store one day, beef is ground beef. I don't know, what is it called? I don't know. My wife does the shopping.
Oh, it depends on what you're getting. $7 to $15 a pound.
Yeah. A steak. I remember, the steaks are freaking basically out of my price range now.
We used to buy steaks like we're buying chicken.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. So there's like this weird price fluctuations based off of people's emotional response to what the president says on TV or some crazy crap. Like, it's insane, man. So planning for retirement is like, I have no idea how much my electric bill is going to be when I'm 75.
Yeah, gas right now because of Iran, the Iran attacks. Everyone is complaining about the rising gas prices, and yeah, they have risen. And the price of diesel fuel right now is the highest it's been since 2022.
It's like $4.35, $4.95, something like that.
When the diesel price report comes out on Monday, it'll be over $5.
Oh my gosh!
It was at $4.91, I think.
Yeah.
This past Tuesday.
I think I was paying $3.95 for a gallon of gas.
Well, you're paying high because the QT by your house is $3.39.
Maybe it was $2.95.
But that doesn't disqualify gasoline. I only mention this because everyone wants to blame Iran.
No.
But the price of fuel has gone up now for 8 straight weeks.
Right.
We have not attacked Iran for 8 weeks.
Well, that's the thing is too is like the gas was already in the tank at the gas station, and they paid a price, and they're just raising it because, prices are going to go up, so I'm going to go ahead and raise them preemptively, and it's all emotional response, just like the stock market. Like I sold all my stocks. I don't own any shares of any company anymore because it's all based on emotion, and you cannot predict that. Like, you can look at trends, over, historically, the stock market goes up, blah, blah, blah. But, dude, I don't want to be involved in that stuff.
The funny thing about all of the fuel prices going up, oil and all that, jumping, is the price of gold and silver have not. Usually they go work together.
Right.
If oil goes up, gold goes with it.
So that shows you this is probably a pretty temporary thing, right?
I would think so. Gold and silver have been relatively flat. It's been down the last 2 days.
You had that crazy jump a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Both of them. And then it crashed back down to normal.
Well, personally, I think they're still overpriced.
Yeah, they really are.
We'll see what happens. There are some reports out there that says silver is way hyper overinflated, and that silver will come back down to its normal range of that $20, $30 range. I don't know if that's going to happen actually, but there are a couple reports that say that. And gold is similar. I think it'll stay more flat. I don't think you'll see a big drop in gold, but I think the difference, the ratios between silver and gold prices, I think are going to spread more than they were. We'll see.
So the way I've been looking at retirement is having margin. I want margin. I want margin between my income and my bills.
What do you mean?
Like debt to income ratio. So I want my income to outpace my debt by such a far margin that I can live comfortably on my income. And that's kind of like how I don't want to leverage debt, that they say. Like,
well, how are you going to retire if you don't have income? You want to retire as soon as possible, but if your income to debt ratio is trying to get to where you're at.
Right.
Sooner or later, the
So
income, if you want to retire, that's not going to be
Right.
there unless you're doing something different.
So my income is my main wealth generator right now.
Okay.
And what we're doing is paying off debt at breakneck speed, trying to, like, every spare penny. Once we have our emergency fund funded, I pay the highest interest debt first because that's the best rate of return for me. So we have a personal loan, without getting into too many details, but we have a personal loan that we had to get while we were moving in order to pay for, like, storage and closing costs and blah, blah, blah. So that's the highest interest rate, and we're going to pay that off first. And to me, if you look at, like, how much would you gain in a savings account, how much interest would you get in a money market, how much interest would you make paying off something that's a higher, you look at the percentage rates, the interest rates, that's a greater rate of return to pay off the highest interest first.
So if you had debt in, let's say, 2 loans, 5 credit cards.
Oh my gosh.
Well, personal history here.
Yikes.
Let's say 2 loans, 5 credit cards,
Mm-hmm.
all with varying interest rates, varying balances. Are you going to go straight with the high interest rate to pay off first?
Well, so it depends. There you have.
Is that your methodology?
It was it is now. I would say before, when I did have multiple credit cards, like all this stuff, I would go for the lowest balance first, like the Dave Ramsey debt snowball thing, because you get those psychological wins.
Yep.
You could build up those wins. But now I'm down to, like, 3 loans.
Gotcha.
I'm like, okay, so I'm putting money into my savings account. Once it reaches X dollar amount, I want to attack. Like, this is like an attack for real, assault. Every penny I can squeeze out of my income to go towards this to get it gone.
Got it.
And then I do a snowball effect there. So whatever the base minimum payment is on that loan, I roll that into the next one, plus whatever extra I can pump into it.
Right.
So I don't ease up until I'm at 0 debt.
Cool. I wanted to know because that's how I did it.
Yeah.
When we had all of our cards and loans.
Yeah, the
and
Dave
debt.
Ramsey debt snowball is great. If you feel like you're barely keeping your head above water, go with the Dave Ramsey method.
You pay the minimum payment on every loan or credit card debt you have, and then the lowest balance one is where you pay as much as you can.
Yeah.
Get that one paid off.
And what was it? Is it a $1,000 emergency fund you start with?
Well, at the
Or
time,
3,000?
now I think it's 2. I feel better if it's 2,000 because of, again, inflation.
Yeah.
So $2,000 in emergency cash is what we're talking about.
Physical cash that you can pull out.
I can grab that $2,000 anytime. And that's to help you. This is before you pay all your debt.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because once you start paying your debt, if something else was to happen, your car suddenly needs brakes or you blow a tire and you have all this debt that you're paying on, but then you don't have your emergency fund, suddenly you're either adding to your debt or no longer paying on your debt.
Yeah.
So the emergency fund allows you to cover the bad tire, the bad brakes, whatever's going on in your car, whatever else in your life, but still allows you to pay your debts without changing. And then you rebuild your emergency fund as you go.
Yeah.
But when you're paying off your debt in the snowball, you pay the smallest amount first. Let's say you were paying $50 a month. And because you're focusing there, you're doing the minimum balances on the rest, you're paying $100 a month instead of $50.
Yeah.
As soon as that debt's paid off, victory. You should be feeling pretty good. Cut that card up.
Celebrate. Yeah.
Yes. And then take that $100 a month that you were paying, apply it to the next one up, which you were probably paying, let's say you're paying $75 on that one. So instead of paying the minimum payment of $75, now you're paying $175. Get that thing paid off. And then add that $175 to the next one and keep going. And you'll be surprised at how fast it is.
Yeah.
That it all gets done. I mean, that's how we did it after my cancer.
Yeah.
And we paid off almost $146,000 in 2 years.
Oof.
It's doable.
Yeah, it is.
But you have to apply yourself.
We did this before we left South Carolina. We did it, and we had no car payments. We had just the mortgage is all we were paying for. And it's like the amount of it's the freedom you feel, and this is a Dave Ramsey thing, you know. It's incredible. You feel like you're rich.
Oh yeah.
You really do feel like you're wealthy. You're a wealthy person. You're like, oh, I'm just paying this mortgage and stuff.
I mean, I used to pay credit card bills with credit cards.
Ooh, dang.
I used to bounce it back and forth on each other. I mean, that's how bad it was at one point.
Yeah. It's tough, man. And like when you're underwater like that, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
The best way to get into Dave Ramsey, and I don't care if you're a Christian or church follower or not, but Dave Ramsey is taught at all the churches, almost all the churches, and there's a thing called Financial Peace University.
Yes.
Find out what church is doing it, go to that church, sign up, Financial Peace University. Mm-hmm. It's 8 weeks long, attend it, and it will change your life.
It's great. It really is great. I would say, what do you think? Like step 0 is write a budget. Like you have to, if you don't, some people don't even know what money they have coming in and going out every month.
Yeah, you got to do that 30-day track every single thing you spend. 30 days. You spent 75 cents on a soda.
It's hard. Yeah.
Write it down. You know, every single thing you write down for a month and then categorize everything.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey turned me into a super budget nerd. Like I'm obsessed with my budget now, almost to the point where it's an idol in my life and I have to like put it away because I'm constantly playing with numbers and moving them. And the spreadsheet, I have an Excel spreadsheet built with I have all the formulas in there. And, you know, I run different scenarios. I have the whole 2026 budget done. I even have a projected 2027 budget.
Honestly, my budget is week to week based on my paycheck.
Oh, man.
That's how I do my budget.
Yeah, I probably should. I have started to cut back like my savings projection. I leave it blank. I only do a month of how much I'm going to have in my savings account and how much I'll be able, because we get, you know, I get a quarterly bonus at work and that fluctuates and all that goes to debt. My bonus goes all to debt or savings. It's not a part of my income, regular income. I don't even care. Whatever it is, it is.
I do daily updates of my checking account. And
do we want to talk about this?
it is. I just love the fact that every week I have a budget meeting with my wife. And we go, okay, this is what we got to cover. This is going to happen. Mm-hmm. This is the doctor appointment coming up. I got to do these things. And as we're talking, and I already have my stuff written down as well. So as we're talking, I'm going, well, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that because I got to cover this, got to cover that. And then we have our budget. And then I'll do my daily update. And then suddenly I'll see like 3 purchases on Amazon. I'm going, I don't even know what these are. And so I have to ask, what are these 3 purchases on Amazon that were $78 each kind of deal? Oh, that was because I told you about. I went, well,
it's not written down.
I think it was like $40. That's 78. I'm going, all right, I got to make an adjustment here real quick. And then it gets to the point where we're going, spend nothing for the next 3 days because this next check is my mortgage check. So we can't go into zero.
Yeah.
And I'm just as guilty.
Dude, I'm so impulsive.
You know, I do the same thing.
Look behind you at all this clutch memorabilia that's laying around everywhere. All of that was like, oh, hey, baby, I know we had to talk about the budget, but I had to grab it. This is a limited edition. There's only 100 of them available. You know,
right? Or you know, coming into our podcast today, Gail, it's my turn to buy the bourbon. Well, that wasn't part of the budget.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but you know, I don't have a line item for bourbon on my budget. Surprisingly,
I'm still working my inventory.
Oh man,
I've got another one I pulled off my shelf. I forgot I even had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's R. Kelly or something. Batch number 0001.
R. Kelly?
Yeah. I don't even know.
The pop star?
I have no idea. I haven't done the research
He's
on
in
it.
prison right now.
It's amazing the things I find hidden with all my bourbons. I'm going, what is this one? It says batch number 1. When did I buy this? I have no idea.
Dude.
So I got to do the research. We'll put that on the show probably at some point.
Oh, man.
You never know.
Yeah. So Caitlin took our nieces and Emma to the zoo the other day, and I was like, do not spend any money at the zoo.
How do you do that?
Don't do she packed snacks and lunch and drinks and all
That's
that.
mean.
And I was like, please don't. We're so tight right now, just please. And then I hear her like, Emma, go get your baby orangutan. And Emma comes padding out of the bedroom with this stuffed animal orangutan. And I was like, where'd that come from? Oh, we got it at the zoo. How much does it cost? $14. It's like, what? $14 for stuffed animal?
Now, we do give each other...
But I'll spend $100 on a bottle of bourbon that's gone into
We do give each other an allowance
Oh,
that we
really?
pay ourselves. So you
Yeah.
can do whatever you want with that money.
Oh, okay.
So every now and then something will happen. Gail will show off something and go, where'd that come from? Well, I used my money I've been saving up. Oh, okay. No big deal.
Oh, dude, I've been...
But you can't go to the zoo and not pay zero. You got to ride the train.
No, you get free passes with the park. She's got my sister's parking pass, and it comes with tickets. And
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you don't go to the zoo without riding the train, you're communist. Got to ride the train.
Yeah. That's in the budget to buy for Caitlin and the kids is a pass to the zoo with all the tickets and everything,
Yeah.
and plus the botanical garden
Yes.
and the butterfly house.
Nice.
We're going to get the whole package for them.
Speaking of the zoo, they are building right now. It's
Oh, yeah, up in North County, right?
yes, 270 as you're going into Illinois.
It's the old Sprinkler Fitters Union property.
Right there. They're building a safari
Yeah.
park there.
Pretty
I can't wait till
amazing.
that opens.
They already have animals up there. They're getting them all acclimatized to the area and
Yeah.
all that. It's going to be awesome, man.
I can't wait till that opens because it's supposed to be like a safari type thing.
I have like a real moral obligation to zoos. I feel like they're animal prisons at a certain point. Like when we had the polar bear, I don't think we have the polar bear anymore here.
Yeah, we
But
do.
When you go in the summertime and the thing's just laying there and you could tell it's in misery. It's like this little enclosure for a polar bears go hundreds of miles, man. They range in the Arctic and like they shouldn't be in a cage.
But the penguins are huge at our zoo.
The penguins are happy. They're stupid. They don't know any different.
When we had the deep freeze and the heavy snow and
they
all
had a
that,
great
they let
time.
them out wild into the zoo itself. The zoo was closed.
Yeah.
They opened it up and let the penguins go.
Yeah.
Living
But
their
man,
life.
watching a tiger pace back and forth in an enclosure is like, ugh, this makes me so sad. We already know everything we need to know. You studied them enough. Let's stop this.
The coolest thing about the St. Louis Zoo is, number one, it's free
Taxpayer funded.
to get in and out. Very few zoos in the country are that way.
Mm-hmm.
You got the train that takes you all around the entire zoo,
Yeah, the train's pretty cool.
which is fantastic. And all the conductors are volunteers.
Yeah.
And
they
they're
sell-
all usually like 70, 80-year-old retired
Oh,
men.
yeah. Another cool thing is that you can buy beer at the concession stands.
Yes.
That's pretty fun.
Yep.
And they have like liquor slushy things for girls.
Yep. And they have a few things in there from the 1904 World's Fair that still exists that
Mm.
you can go into and check out.
Yeah.
But I really like how the St. Louis Zoo is set up.
Yeah, I kind of hate how much I like it sometimes because I'm like, ugh, animals, these animals, poor animals, but it's also really cool to be able to see a freaking snow leopard. That's like one of the most rare animals to ever see in person.
And again, shout out to St. Louis. Our zoo is free. The art museum is free. The history museum is free.
Kevin, it's taxpayer funded. The people who live in St. Louis pay taxes for it.
But also a lot of it
But
comes
there's a lot
through funds
philanthropy,
and
right.
yes. And some of those charters, like the St. Louis Zoo charter, was from 1904 when it was originally the Muni Opera
The Muni, yeah.
that you pay for. There's a free section that anybody can go for free to see the Muni.
I did that in high school.
That was set up when they established the Muni because they wanted it to be open for all people.
The Muni's so cool, man. It is so cool to sit outside and watch an opera or a show, whatever it is,
Yeah, they're Broadway plays.
Broadway plays.
They bring them in there.
watch Phantom of the Opera while you're sitting outside under the stars. It might be sweltering heat, but whatever.
I went to one Muni show that they ended up canceling because the thunderstorms were all coming in, and they had to cancel. And they don't redo them.
No,
that's the chance you take.
Yeah, I think I saw Guys and Dolls there. There's Guys and Dolls, or what's the one
That was Young Frankenstein I was going to see, and then they canceled it. I was really upset.
I saw that on Columbia, South Carolina. What's the one where the Jets, once you're a jet, you are always a jet. What's that?
I don't know.
Guys, it's like the gangs, but they're dancing, fighting. Like, it's a famous.
Yeah, it's a street, right?
I don't know. I can't remember. See, this is what's wrong with my brain. I should be able to remember that, right?
Yep. I think part of our brain issues is that we are open to so many things.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Like there's too much information coming in. It's pushing out other stuff.
Yeah.
But I can sit and, we do Jeopardy at my mom's every Monday. We'll watch Jeopardy together. And I'm like, I'm killing it. Like, dude, I should go on the show.
I'm going to play Scrabble tonight.
Destroy all these people.
With my mom.
But I can't remember my wife's phone number.
You're going down, Mom. You're going to lose.
Bring the pain.
Although I can't say that because the last time I played her, she played all 7 tiles at once.
Ooh.
Got her 50-point bonus.
Yeah.
She never could catch up.
Can't catch up
I'm
to
like,
that.
what a stupid game this is.
Yeah. Speaking of games, we got to start our game night back up. After after Easter, we'll do that. That's been a fun thing. It's like an old thing from the past, isn't it? Friends getting together for a game night.
Yeah.
Play cards or what did we play? What was that alphabet game you brought? Wordle? Was it Wordle? Is that what it is?
I brought an alphabet game.
Yeah, there's you have to push the A down and whatever, give a...
Tapple.
Tapple, that's what it is, Tapple.
Yeah.
Played Tapple, we've done dominoes. Did we play left, right, center yet? I don't think so. That's more of a gambling game. You have to bring cash for that. It's fun. But what's the moral of the show? I mean, we're only like an hour in. Got to put my glasses on. We're at
the
an
moral
hour
of the
two.
show?
Have fun, man. Enjoy your life.
Have fun. Be a better man.
Be a man.
And enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the thing too, man. I was listening to Joe Rogan this week, which I don't listen to him too often, but sometimes he has an interesting guest on. And he was talking about whenever there's something going on in his life that it seems hard or that is kind of depressing or difficult, he will intentionally do something that is really hard. Like sit in the cold plunge or sit in the sauna or do an extremely hard workout. And he's like, I am putting myself through this hard thing right now, and it makes this other thing minimal. Like, oh, okay, it's really not that bad. I just tortured myself for 30 minutes with these kettlebells or whatever. So intentionally doing hard things helps you grow, but it also helps you cope with other things in your life that if you were just sitting on the couch watching TV will grind away at you. Right?
Well, it makes sense. It's the same with our relationship with Jesus. We rely on Jesus more when we're going through difficult times.
Yeah.
Calling out to him constantly. Help, ask, whatever. But if we never had anything going bad, nothing ever hurt us, or we never had anything, our whole life is good, you're never going to talk to him. You're like, I don't need him.
Right.
So there's a purpose to having bad things happen.
It's more difficult for a wealthy man to enter through the gates of heaven than through the eye of a needle, pass through an eye of a needle, right?
Sure.
And that's one of the weird things. Like if you're talking to an unbeliever and you would tell them, they would ask you like, why does God allow hard things, terrible things to happen to good people? And you would say, well, it's for the glory of God. How do you explain that to an unbeliever without seeming weird? It's a very difficult conversation to have.
Well, that's when you find out you need them.
Right. That's really what it is. Because it's like it exposes It pulls that veil away to say, the only way I can get through this is through Jesus.
Right.
And my faith and God. And it's like God allows hard things to draw us closer to him. But does he, it's like, but usually a lot of the hard things are our sin that put us there.
Our own
It's
decisions.
us that did it to ourselves. It's not God allowing these bad things to happen to us.
Exactly. I mean, that's a lot of it. Decision making comes from temptation.
Yeah.
God said you'll never be tempted beyond what you can handle.
Dude, it's so powerful if you say that, like if you're going through temptation, something's tempting you, and you say, God will never allow me to be tempted by something I cannot refuse, then it's like easy. Like,
he always leaves a way out. There's always a way out for temptation. The problem is we don't always take it. Yeah. And so we don't take it, then
or you turn your back to it. You're like, no, I don't want to go that way right now.
And then if you have a bad habit right now that you've been dealing with, or an addiction or something like that, if you're honest with yourself and just keep working backwards, you're going to find out that it was your decision, your choice that started that road. Well, nothing else forced you.
That's a great point, man. That kind of goes back to everything we talked about today. Is it all starts with that, right? This introspection that you have to have this self-awareness of who you really are as a person. And we're speaking from men's perspective. So as a man, you would sit there and say, I have failed at this. I've made a poor choice here. I've succeeded at this. This was easy. Like, take all these factors and, like, where am I at right now? Where did I come from? It kind of goes back to the analogy we talked about with land navigation. Dude, if you find yourself in the middle of the woods and you're lost, you're going to stop, do a 360-degree turn, look around, look at where I came from. This is in front of me where I'm going. This is left. This is right. Look up. Okay, I see a hill to my right. I see a river to my left. This terrain, like, take stock of where you're at, where you came from. Make a decision and set your azimuth and head out with a purpose. And you might have to do that hundreds of times in your life till to be like, oh, dude, I'm stuck. I messed up again.
Right.
All right, starting over. Here's my start point. Here's my direction I'm going.
And it's everything about your environment. Are you in an environment you don't want to be in?
Yeah.
Well,
Work,
then change your direction.
Yeah.
Nothing says you have to stay there. Nothing.
No, not at all.
Change your direction.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else. Try it. If you decide I'm never going to get out of here and then I'm just going to be some kind of thug.
Yeah. You're going to get exactly what you want.
Exactly. You're not bettering yourself at all.
No.
Move on. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, and we all have different start points. We all have different hills to climb, different valleys to go through, whatever. The worst thing, like in land navigation, going through a draw, like where you have you have a hilltop, a ridge line, but in between you have these things come down, these spurs come down. You go into this draw. Those are usually the worst, the nastiest, most freaking frustrating brush to climb through and all that. Like, you're going to hit those sometimes where you have no idea which direction you're going.
Right.
You guys got to keep going, man. Get out of there. Do your terrain association. Figure out where you're at now. Don't worry about all that crap you just went through to get there.
Yeah, why do you want to turn around and go through it again?
You're like, all right,
keep
this
going.
is where I'm at. I'm definitely not going back that way.
Well, that's the thing. How many people do? They keep seeing what's in front of them going, man, I'm never going to get out of this.
Yeah.
And so they turn around and fight their way back in.
Walk around
when
in
they
circles.
realize that if they would have kept on going,
2 more feet, you would have been through it.
You would have been through it. You would have already known.
Yeah. What would Chuck Norris do in that situation?
Right?
What would he do, Kevin?
Let's see. I don't know. I do know that when Chuck Norris was a baby, he farted for the first time, and scientists say this is when the Big Bang occurred.
Oh, these are great.
When a building is on fire and Chuck Norris walks in, the Chuck Norris alarm rings. There you go.
Have you ever seen the video Mashup? I think it was Invasion USA where he's standing up on a hilltop and he's got that rifle, the bolt action rifle, and he's just shooting, and then he cycles the bolt. So they take that and mash it up with people like falling off a skateboard or tripping over something, and
Yeah.
and it's like he's shooting the skateboard over. It's great. I think Conan O'Brien was the first one to do that. But oh man, an American legend, Chuck Norris.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you on the other side, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Kevin, what do you rate this bourbon?
Well, I said earlier in the show that coming off 2-3 weeks of less than stellar
Yeah,
choices.
2 weeks.
And then the last one being freaking Aaron's Sons of Aaron Irish whiskey that I was not a fan of.
Yeah, me neither.
Getting back into normal Kentucky bourbon, which is finally happening. Pretty standard. I'm going to go with 3 stars.
I give it 3 stars as well. I'm usually not a fan of wheated bourbons. But this one with the rye, mixed with the rye, and then the French oak is real. I'm a Maker's Mark guy.
Well, it's a blend of wheated bourbons.
That's a blend.
And rye.
Yeah. I like this. This is good, man. I think especially going off our last 2 weeks of 1-star ratings, this gets 3 stars from me as well.
Getting back to our roots.
Yeah, this is good. We want to get some more guests on the show. I think it would be fun to have more people. We had James Strong was our last guest, and we have one lined up in April, I think, right?
Yeah.
But we want to get some more. So, folks, if you're listening, you want to be guests on the show, you have something to say, you can email us at showmemk@gmail.com. That's Mike Kilo, showmemk@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Facebook, the Headspace and Tasting Podcast, on YouTube, leave a comment. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We are probably going to get into doing some video stuff, maybe some shorts of, I don't know, something. Cocktails, maybe?
Working on it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. If anybody wants to help us out with that, please help us, because we're just 2 old guys who really have no idea what we're doing.
But we're having fun.
We are having fun.
This is life.
This is our man time. This is our dude time to come down here to my basement, do the podcast.
Yeah, if you don't like what we're saying, come on the show and stand up to us and tell us.
Yeah, come down to my basement and tell me to my face.
We'll have a great open-mindedness conversation.
I dare you. Yeah, dissenting ideas are always welcome, I think. I don't have anything else to say. You, Kevin?
Cheers to Chuck Norris.
To Chuck Norris. Thanks for bringing this bourbon, Kevin. Finally brought a good one.
Good talk, Matt.
All right, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Peace out.